My dad always loved country music. When I was about 6 or 7 years old, he bought me my first 33 vinyl, George Strait. Got my first guitar when I was 8, and by the time I was 12, I knew I was going to move to Nashville.
Bright lights, limousines, snake eyes, slot machines.
As soon as I got here, I started writing songs a lot more seriously. Figured out pretty quickly it was easier to break into the songwriting community than it was to then access, record labels or management.
The wheel, nothing stands like Vegas money, rolls out of your hands like hot dice, honey.
I met Anthony about 2.5 years ago through our songwriter here at Ray Stevens Music, Matt Klein, and he's like, "You've got to see this kid that I write with." And so I went downtown where he was playing, oh my gosh, what might have been a 10 by 10 stage, and he was tearing it up. Like, I've never seen anybody work a space that's so tiny like Anthony.
Good touches, it's all I think about. Can't live without this beautiful affliction. And you feed the addiction.
I love performing live and the energy that comes from connecting with a crowd, and I love really just throwing it out there to an audience. To me, people are going to remember the experience of a concert and the way they felt at that concert more than even what they heard. You want the music to be great, but you really want them to remember they had a great time and they had a fun time.
We run out and we start playing, and we don't stop until they turn the lights on. And even then we don't stop sometimes. We've actually had them cut the power on us once.
I love just the connection that comes with the audience. When you hit those moments in a show where just the band's right, the song's right, the moment's right, that is the ultimate high. That's one of the things that I love about the guys I play with. They bring as much energy to a show as I do.
No, this is my first band where we don't have power struggles or any kind of thing where we disagree a lot or don't talk to each other. On our days off, we hang out together. We actually are a unit.
We want people to have fun, and we want them to wake up the next morning and know that they did something. We want them to know they came to one of our shows.
Don't you like it? Till you try it, you'll learn to like it.
As I wrote more and I got to really know me better as an artist and a writer, I realized that really I just like getting together with guys I like to write with. We'll go to my house or maybe their house and get a 6-pack and just pull out the guitars and just play for hours. And eventually, we come across a groove or a melody or a feel that we love, and then we try and put the words around it.
I'm reaching, you're keeping your distance, 'cause you're worried I'm leaving. But
Anthony has a way of melodically putting a song together. There are certain grooves that he incorporates in his music, along with the topics and the subject. There's something compelling about a new, sort of fresh subject matter.
One of my favorite bands is the Rolling Stones, and you know what you get with the Rolling Stones. You know what it's going to sound like to a degree. You know what the concert's going to be like, and I think that that's important. You want people to know who you are and kind of what you're going to bring to them, whether they're putting your CD in their stereo or whether they're showing up at one of your shows.
He never stops. Sometimes you work with people and they need a little hiatus, they need a little creative time. Every moment of every day is his creative time. Every moment of every day, he is just counting the breaths till he gets back on stage. I've been offered lots of gigs, but it's really inspiring and it's hard to walk away from. I mean, who wouldn't want to work with someone who all they want to do is work? All they want to do is create.
I see the foreign's face on every nail I drive. About the Johnny paycheck, this 9 to 5.
I think a lot of people have this idea of the magical break, because you hear about it all the time on the radio or on television, that you're just going to be playing one night and somebody's going to see you and love you and sign you and make you a big star. But the reality of it is that if you sit around and wait for that, it may never happen. So I basically developed the mentality that I was going to do it one way or another.
I get in a bad mood, I can't hold you too soon. Girl, I'm hurting for your touch. There's no telling what I'll do when I can't love you like I love to.